So, boys, today we're camping here in the Orkney Islands, just in the north of Scotland. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, we're jumping into it. We're going mainstream cryptid here in Scotland. We're going to look for something in some sort of loch, are we? And I'm going to say no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that didn't even occur. When we landed here, Loch Ness was not on my mind. I'm stupid.
Yeah. Well, don't worry.
Right.
We're not looking for the Loch Ness Monster. Not yet, at least.
I like how you say Loch Ness.
Loch Ness.
Loch Ness.
Yeah, I say it. Yeah, it's one word, right?
That sounds like a condition where my toes go green. Oh, I got the Loch Ness.
Probably got it. Yeah, but we're not looking for the Loch Ness Monster. I brought you here to. So last week we talked about the Dover Demon, and it really didn't live up to the demon type name. So I really wanted to focus in on the demonic this time.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And Scotland's got a pretty cool legend of a malevolent demon known as the Nuckelavee.
Nuckelavee, Nuckelaha, Nuckelavee, Nuckelahay.
Oh,
That's like, remember that first, I'm sorry, boy, I'm on like a tangent mood today.
It's okay, but
Nuckelavee. All right, this sounds like is it a black hedgehog?
No, but I'll tell you what it is shortly. But we're here on the coast because this is probably one of the most dangerous places we could be when it comes to the Nuckelavee. That rhymed, and I didn't mean for that to happen. So you wanna hop in and learn about this demonic entity?
Yeah. Let's demon it up.
It's Greg's Cryptid Corner, where mysteries abound. Bigfoot, Mothman, monsters, let's see what we found.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Greg's Cryptid Corner, a podcast about monsters for weirdos. I'm your host, Greg, and as always, I'm joined by my two wonderful guests. Eric, how you doing?
Good. Feeling extra weird.
And good, and joined as well by Dan.
Hi.
How are you today in Scotland?
I'm doing very well. You know what? Usually when I travel, my stomach gets all bound up and then I don't poop for days. So I'm looking forward to a dry spell. That's how I'm feeling. And you told me that if we went to Scotland, you would take us to a distillery later. So I'm like, if people want to imagine me doing something, they can imagine me sitting in a chair that's a little too high for me and I'm just kicking my legs. I'm excited.
It's adorable.
Yeah. But I'm ready for this dalliance with the devil. I want to meet this demon.
Yeah. So I found out about this. I just kind of looking online at cryptids and monsters that I'd never heard of, and the Nuckelavee stood out to me. And it has a little kind of like similarities to one we've done recently, but it's also so weird and cool that it was just like, yeah, let's just roll with this one. So let's jump into the story of the Nuckelavee. I was coming home late one night when I heard it. The wet slap of hooves behind me, heavier than any horse should sound. I turned and there it was. A thing half man, half beast, all muscle and blood, a single red eye burning through the fog. The stench of rot rolled over me and I ran. I could hear it breathing, feel the heat of its foul breath on my neck. And then there it was, a stream. I leapt across just as a long, sinewy arm whipped out behind me, missing by just a hair. The creature shrieked, a sound like a horse screaming underwater, and stopped short at the stream's edge. I turned, gasping, to see it glaring at me, but it wouldn't cross. I was safe from the Nuckelavee. So that was kind of a dramatization of this one Scottish guy named Thomas, Tammas.
Oh, Thomas.
Yeah, you know Thomas.
Yeah. Nice guy.
So he's one of the people that have had an encounter with the Nuckelavee and lived to kind of tell the tale.
Wait, hold on. So is this a horse?
Yeah, I'm picking up like half man, half horse.
Yeah, minotaur, but no skin, just like a fleshy, muscled minotaur that's dripping blood and shoots out sinewy tentacles.
With a single red eye.
Yeah, and a cyclops.
Well, Let me describe it to you because you're very close. You're pretty much on target. So the Nuckelavee is often described as a grotesque fusion of horse and man, not like a centaur though. So the centaur, is horse body, man torso, head as the front, but this is more of a man fused onto the back of a horse.
Ooh,
who are
like spine to spine.
Yeah, well, basically. So
like a Cronenbergian nightmare.
Pretty much, yeah. So both are simultaneously completely without skin. So you can see their muscles, yellow veins coursing with like black blood, and you see the sinew. Very much like the boo hag from a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Skinless.
Yeah.
Now, the human part, it's basically a man's like upper body from like the waist up, and it's fused onto the back of a horse. And its arms, so its arms are so long that they can like touch the ground. And the man part's head is said to be like 10 times the size of a normal head. And it kind of just like tilts off to the side.
Wow.
This sounds like weirdly Japanese. This feels like one of those yokai or whatever.
Yeah.
They're called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's freaky. See, this is another cryptid with a big old watermelon head.
Yeah, we
not as
love
cute.
our watermelon boys. Yeah.
All right. So it's fused onto its back like if you lop the legs off of a rider.
Yeah.
And then stitch the open part onto the horses. Okay, now this is
Correct.
making more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The giant head and long dangly arms.
Yep.
The drag. Ugh, and it stinks. He needs a shower. That's the other thing.
Yeah. Well, the stink is an important part here. So the horse part, again, it's got no skin. It's bigger than a normal horse. Its mouth is wide and always open, and its face contains a single fiery eye in the center of its head.
Damn.
Now, the horse's mouth spews a stench that's said to cause disease, famine, and the plague. And it's often been described as, quote, too horrible for mankind to look upon.
It sounds it.
Yeah. Now, this is where the story kind of takes a little weird turn for me. So there's folklore to this story or to this creature. So the Nuckelavee itself is a sea spirit, and it dwells in the sea during the summer months, and it's held in check by another spirit known as the sea mither or the sea mother, who's another sea spirit who creates calm and tranquil seas.
Okay.
But the Nuckelavee might get released during the winter months. So there's like another spirit that battles the sea mither from time to time, and I want to say it's like Terran or Tehran or something like that.
Not Sea Potter.
Yeah, sure.
Daddy hits mommy, and then the seahorse runs away.
I didn't even think of it as a seahorse. That's great. It's exactly a seahorse, but with a grotesque, horrible man on top.
Yeah.
So when the Nuckelavee gets released during the winter months, it comes up on land and basically destroys everything it touches. Its foul, toxic breath is said to bring droughts to the area, epidemics, and ruin crops across the land. Like basically, farmers would find their crops completely blackened and destroyed overnight.
Wow.
Okay, so this is another one of those cryptids that's trying to bottle up a lot of communal trauma by focusing the anguish onto an object, and this object just happens to be really cool.
Yeah,
this feels like you describing it sounds like I'm picturing a death metal album, and this thing would be rearing back, and maybe each arm has a drumstick.
Yeah, with some lightning in the background.
I didn't look it up, but there absolutely should be a band called Nuckelavee.
Oh, there has to be. There has to be.
That would be pretty awesome. And I'd love to see the name written like that, completely unreadable,
unintelligible lightning. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, like roots, like branches.
Yeah, I never understood that typography, but that's just me.
Yeah, they're you have to look really hard, spend a lot of time.
Yeah, it's like the magic eye of logos.
of death metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're only really hardcore if you can make it out.
There you go, yeah.
I'm imagining this thing either is some sort of this is too, I know I'm getting too literal with it, but some sort of aquatic creature that then evolves or morphs into this horse thing, or the dude on the back is the creature that lives in the water and attaches itself to other animals, attaches itself to a
Oh, that'd be
horse,
cool.
and then the horse like transforms based off of this, like, you know, the sea creature like infusing itself on it.
So you're thinking that the man part, we'll call him Jordan. Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan's like a separate entity.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's kind of the disease. So if he touches an animal, he could kind of overtake it. Kind of like it,
Like a parasite.
Yeah.
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 Or he just loves horses.
Isn't
like
there
a
like a
horse boy.
worm that latches onto a hornet and then flies the hornet around like a little moped?
Oh
Makes
yeah.
it do his bidding or something like that.
Or that zombie virus that takes over ants and like controls them and makes them climb up to the top of trees so that they get eaten by birds. Then the birds poop, and then the disease spreads even more.
That's the way we're all going to die.
God, I can't wait.
That's how we're going out.
Yeah, if The Last of Us has taught us anything, stop eating bread, people.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that idea that like there's a hierarchy of creatures down in the ocean, and Minecraft style, they have to gather certain resources. Just in this case, it's a skinless seahorse, in order to be able to come up and start colonizing like crops and people, wiping stuff out. But I guess you can only do it at wintertime. You would think with no skin, winter would be a bad time to come out of the water. You know?
No skin was a bad choice.
That's why he's so angry. That's why he's screaming all the time.
I think being in the water in the wintertime's a poor choice. Get out of it. It's cold. It's freezing. You got no skin.
So how many
rough.
people saw this thing? You told us the one report.
Yeah, Tamis is kind of the one story that has really been pushed. Now, a lot of farmers have said, like, during the winter months, they have seen, like, a red light off in the distance by the coast. So it comes out. So Tamis was walking by the coast, right? And right as the Nuckelavee was coming out of the water. So he got firsthand glimpse at it. A lot of people won't even want to mention its name because it's so fearful. Like people are so fearful of it, and it's kind of interesting. But Dan, like you said, it is kind of the concept of like, well, we got to put a reason behind like droughts and pestilence and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a boogeyman that the farmers can like go and drink together and be like, we got knuckled. We need some help.
knuckled.
Yeah.
Now there is a way to protect yourself, and I kind of mentioned it in Tamis's story. So,
Wait, can I guess? Can we guess?
Sure.
You have to pee your pants and hang them up over the fence post to dry. And the horse
Interesting.
smells it from a distance and is like, nah.
Now, I mean, did I? Maybe. Now, I didn't mention that aspect of it in the story that I told.
Is there
but
pee in it?
There's no pee in it. No.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I
it's
guess
actually
that wasn't a very serious guess.
Yeah,
It's probably
it's-
like, you probably have to like leave some of your crop out for it to eat and then leave you alone, right? Something like that.
you can't stop it doing what it's going to do. So, in the story, I mentioned that Tamis found a stream, and he leapt over the stream, and it stopped the Nuckelavee. So the only thing the Nuckelavee is afraid of is fresh water.
Okay.
So as he went over the stream, the Nuckelavee wouldn't cross, and Tamis's life was spared. But most people aren't as lucky. So there are a lot of roads apparently along the coastline of, or like trails, or along the coastline of the Orkney Islands that will cross over freshwater streams specifically because of this reason. But really, yeah. So just the fresh water is kind of the only way to stop it. And not necessarily stop it. It's just kind of let it not kill you.
And again, you'd think a skinless horse would prefer fresh water to seawater because that salt would burn. I think that maybe this horse just loves misery, just loves to hurt. Hurts so good.
He lives in the salt water. He's a sea spirit, and the sea spirits love that. They love margaritas with a salt rim, they say.
So, and does this like folktale like carry on to this day? Do people still talk about this creature, or is this an older thing?
People do still believe in the Nuckelavee. So now this is one of those like spiritual, supernatural kind of cryptids or monsters. I consider this more of a monster than a cryptid, but hey, I say we're a podcast about monsters for weirdos, so this works. So most folklorists believe that the Nuckelavee is like a remnant of old Norse beliefs or a personification of the plague that came over to the islands via the sea, or possibly a moral lesson to like not mess with nature. Today, you could see it as kind of a personification of modern day pollution and decay that's happening, so it kind of checks a lot of boxes for creating a reason or a scapegoat for what we're doing to the world. But yeah, that's I didn't want to go too much into like the necessarily like the sea mither and the battles and stuff, because there's not a whole ton of information about that. But I love the description of this monster. It's just a man on the back of a horse who just wants to grab things.
I like his long arms and I like his big head.
Yeah, I like to think like he gets together with other cryptids that have big heads and they're in like a therapy session together, like a support group.
Yeah,
so
Egghead Anonymous.
Yeah, or like
big head,
really
big head boys anonymous. Yeah,
everyone just makes fun of their heads.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we didn't. This isn't our fault. We were born this way.
I ran into Bigfoot the other day, and he made a mean pun about me trying to get ahead in life, and I pretended to laugh, but when I get home to my hovel, I just cry.
Yeah, him and the Dover Demon just chilling, going, poof, I think our heads are normal. I think everyone's heads are just too small. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's cool. I also like the horse aspect to it. I like the horse half. It's seahorse. I don't know. It's kind of like too cool, I guess, is what I'm saying. Usually when you tell me about a cryptid, there's like an angle to it where like it's kind of cute. You know what I mean? But this one's just so vicious and metal and scary that I kind of don't want to think about it.
All right.
It's definitely like a badass monster. It sounds
This is the most metal monster I think we've talked about so far.
Yeah, it's not like wearing a metal dress. It's not like holding onto rocks because it's drunk. It's just here to wipe out your crop and make sure your whole lineage is dead.
Yeah, just spread the plague. We're bringing famine. I'm the Nuckelavee. I'm a horseman, and I got no skin. That was all I got. And I breathe toxic breath. So
oops,
enjoy.
No skin. And I stink. And I'm a smelly boy. Maybe that's the angle. I honestly, the first thing that I thought of when you said that it stank was that, if I didn't have skin, would I smell worse? Because I kind of thought skin was the thing that gets stinky sometimes. But are our guts stinky?
I would assume our guts are. I mean,
think so.
Okay.
Could you imagine smelling blood all the time? Like
that's
your blood?
True. Well, I mean, blood just smells like nickel. I don't know if it smells bad. But somebody that's gutted somebody. Let us know. Leave us a 5-star review. Tell us what do our insides smell like? I'm a little curious.
Yeah, or just let us know. Do you think we'd stink more with skin or without skin?
Yeah, I like to imagine a serial killer that every time he cuts somebody open, he's like, he just like, it's satisfying to him, but is also just revolted. He's got like a Yankee candle, like spring mist lit nearby while he's doing his thing,
just to help. Yeah. He's like, I don't want to do this, but I have to. Yeah. So that was the, I'd say, high level discussion on the Nuckelavee. It's this is what we do. We tell you just enough to make you interested to go do your own research.
Oh, Greg, you don't have to justify it. We go until we're bored. We do what we want.
Yep. And I hit that point with the research on this one, and I said, I think I'm good. Yeah.
You're like, that's enough.
Yeah. One day I'll read a whole nother book.
I'm sorry, I just have one last question.
Yes, sir.
What mouth does it eat with? Like, is the long-armed guy swinging his arms down and scooping up crops and jamming them in his face, or is the horse bending over and eating off the ground? And then the guy like that's attached to his back is just like, yummy, yummy, like just wiggling because he's getting the nutrients too.
My guess. So a lot of the descriptions didn't specify what part of the monster it was talking about. So it described a mouth that was like wide like a whale's, and I took it as the horse's mouth, but it could be I assume the person eats. Because the horse is spewing the like toxic breath, and I think the man part would be the eating one.
Yep. Okay. The toxic. Okay. All right. The toxic breath to me sounds like the horse is the one that's been eating. And that's why he's got stinky breath. You know? Like he got into the garlic and the onion, and now the corn's going to bite it.
I wish I had an answer for you.
Okay.
Maybe
Well, I was
it's
just
like
curious.
I don't know.
Like a stomach bug when it comes out both ends.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah. They say that every time you burp and it stinks, that's actually a fart that you held in and it just goes out the other end. That's why some of your burps stink, because they're actually farts.
I have heard that too. Is this a Mandela effect? Is that real? Eric, is that real? You're a fart boy.
I do not know. I thought it was just like coming from your stomach, but
yeah, who knows? I mean, I think that's where farts come from too.
Yeah, the farts don't live in your butt.
Fart Central. They don't? That's not Fart Central?
Yeah.
Farts are like little punk teenage smokers hanging out just inside your butthole with like one leg up against the wall. Just like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah. All right. Well, enough about farts and burps. This was our episode on the Nuckelavee, and
Nuckelavee.
I think he's pretty rad. I think just the description itself was enough to kind of talk about. Poor Orkney Islands have to deal with this thing, and I feel bad for him. Yeah. So you guys like it? You give it a 2? Well, I guess 2 skinless thumbs up.
Yeah.
Nice.
If anything, you know what has me thinking about is not to just keep stretching this out. I'm so sorry, but it has me thinking that like I wonder if there's a measure of the more horrifying and violent and terrible the cryptid is, the more trauma a society has had to process. You know, Scotland's had some real heinous times in its history that's still dealing with to this day. And there's this like death stink hybrid, like the man is also the animal and it's coming to kill us from the outside over the sea, like their history with being colonized by Britain and all this, like, ugh, makes me feel dirty. I mean, what an effective folktale that like works. That works, man.
I mean, if you think of it like, you know, Japan and Godzilla, right? Like that's their way of, not necessarily their only way of dealing with it, but it's like, it's a personification of the horrors that they went through, right? So the Nuckelavee definitely meets that standard. Do I think it's real? I'm not sure. I love the idea of it. But I also I'd love to have a monster to blame all my problems on, you know? So that would work for me. But yeah, so thanks everyone for listening to our episode on the Scottish Horseman.
Love
monster.
you. Thank you.
We have no new reviews or comments this week, but we do got a big little announcement to make. So
big little announcement.
Yeah. We're kicking off a Patreon if you want to get involved. What is it? Patreon.com/Greg's Cryptid Corner.
Yeah. That's the one. Patreon.com/Greg's Cryptid Corner. No apostrophe, because that's not how URLs work.
Yeah. You should know that by now. It's 2025. But we got a couple levels. $2 will get you into our Discord. And we're going to be hopefully doing like some movie watches. Maybe watch some weird documentaries on monsters or creatures or aliens or stuff, and we could talk about it over Discord. For $5, it'll also get you into Discord, and we'll say your name after at the end of every episode.
Every episode. You'll be immortalized for as long as we pay to host this podcast. Forever. Yeah. Sorry, forever.
Yeah. And then we also have a level $100. $100 a month. It gets you the same stuff as the $5, but we will love you. And I'm sure we'll post.
How does that work?
I don't know how that works, but it's the only way to. My love is for sale. It's very easy.
I feel like we'll probably throw some bonus episodes on there from time to time.
I'm sure. Yeah. But the main thing will be just movie watches, and you can get that at $2. Come watch movies with us. Who knows how often? Maybe I'm pretty boring, so every night.
Watch YouTube with Greg.
I do want to do Sasquatch Sunset. I've been dying to do that. So
that'd be a good one to
that'd
do.
Be fun.
Yeah. So if you're interested in joining, patreon.com/Greg's Cryptid Corner, and follow us on Instagram at Greg's Cryptid Corner. That's the name. It's the name of the show. This is what we do. And
Again,
as always,
no apostrophe.
yeah, no. We don't believe in apostrophes except for in our logo where it's a little UFO, and I love it. But as always, I'm Squonk. You're Squonk. Go Birds.
Do you think that like when these horse guys get together, they hold hands and then a little horse gets in the middle of them and that they do like a jump rope with their long spindly arms?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Double Dutch with Tamis before they kill him.
Or like if you move around too much, are you at risk of like the guts falling out? There's no skin, buttoning this up. This is a jacket full of ground beef,
Yeah, how well does muscle hold in guts?
I don't think well. I'm pretty sure that's why skin.
Yeah, you need skin. Or it's
Yeah.
like haggis. You need some sort of casing to hold it all in.
Oh, have you ever eaten haggis?
I have not. No.
No,
Have you?
Absolutely not. No.
I don't think I have either. I'd be down to try.
We should do that for Patreon. We live eat haggis.
Well,
Together.
Dan will live eat haggis. I'm not touching it.
Happily. Not all haggis looks good, but I have seen haggis that looks good. I'd be down to try it. Absolutely, in a heartbeat. I'll eat anything once.
Haggis sounds like it's named after some old Scottish witch.
Yeah, haggis sounds like what's the Harry Potter caretaker, Hagrid's little brother? Haggis. Yeah, he's just a normal size.